Good day and welcome to the Bridges Consulting collaboration pitch for you and your team at Chartered Auditors. This pitch has been developed by our team of senior partners, which comprises of Emil, myself Joanne, Philip, Sarah, and Suhua. Over the course of this presentation, I'll cover the challenge at hand before diving into how our team of experts will be able to assist. My colleague Sarah will then go over other important aspects of our proposal, including the project plan and risk analysis. Based on the brief and a discussion with your CEO, we understand that 2019 is a critical year for your organization. Your firm has been working hard at implementing Strategy 2020 over the past 3 years. There's less than a year left, and so we understand the urgency and importance of using the time remaining to complete the implementation of Strategy 2020. We understand from your CEO that the success of Strategy 2020 is required in order to establish the strategic capability of your organization to your current members. We understand that Strategy 2020 explains the overall purpose of your organization, that it summarizes the strategic goals for each area of work, and that it defines the main 27 strategic actions and outcomes that your organization intends to implement. Since the strategy was created in 2016, one of the major developments in the industry is a shift towards online facilitation. We understand that this is an important factor to take into consideration during this final stage of Strategy 2020. We will work with your organization to evaluate your current progress with Strategy 2020, goals, actions, and outcomes, and where appropriate, review current work plans and prioritize actions in order to ensure that the outcomes are achieved to their fullest potential within the remaining timeframe. Our team can assist with ensuring the successful implementation of Strategy 2020. With our firm, you'll receive a comprehensive report followed by a presentation that breaks down 2 integral parts, review and recommendations. Part 1, review. Our team will look at your firm's current alignment and progress with Strategy 2020. We'll review whether the purpose and missions outlined in Strategy 2020 align with the firm's current activities and areas of work. One way to accomplish this is to quantify what success means for Strategy 2020. With these KPIs, you'll be able to demonstrate your strategic strength to your members and further establish your reputation. Furthermore, you'll be able to use these measurements throughout internal reports and external marketing materials. Based on these KPIs, we'll be able to review whether the actions taken thus far are successful and at what rate. The review will also include identification of gaps between actions and desired outcomes, as well as areas of opportunities that might be of lesser urgency to focus on in the future. Part 2 will focus on recommendations. You'll receive a prioritization list that outlines actions to take based on urgency, as well as approximate timelines for implementation. This will be accompanied with a utilization of available resources to ensure that there are no surprise gaps in this crucial year. Now, in order to ensure that Chartered Auditors stays competitive, it's important to identify opportunities to include online facilitation in your operations. You will receive recommendations on ways your firm can do this in 2 phases. Short-term solutions to implement by 2020, and long-term solutions to implement post-2020. Finally, you'll also receive a framework that will serve as an evaluation tool to calibrate the strategy on an annual basis on changing micro and macro environmental factors. Our approach to the work is as follows. We'll start with a commissioning meeting to ensure alignment of expectations, budget, timeline, and scope. Once this is done, we'll begin the review stage by conducting in-depth research, as well as interviews with subcommittee members and leaders from the various work areas. During the solution design stage, we'll organize a workshop with selected subcommittee members to gather input and real-time feedback. We'll also analyze resources required to ensure successful completion of Strategy 2020 implementation, comparing this to resources currently available. At the end, we will produce a full report and go over our findings in a presentation with your team. Now let's hear from Sarah.